Guys, welcome back to a new video. Happy Friday. I hope everyone had a good week this week. And if you didn't, that's okay. There's another week next week. Um, I had a really funny conversation with a client yesterday, and I wanted to share an insight from that session. I feel like I've been getting a lot of my video inspiration from sessions lately, just because sometimes I kind of come up with insights or metaphors on the spot in conversation with someone, and then I write them down and I remember to share them with you on my videos. And so I've always kind of taken the approach of talking to you guys about what you should do to recover, what are tips for your recovery, to feel better, to feel more connected, to feel more at peace, recover from DPDR anxiety. And it kind of got me thinking, because sometimes we can get a lot of information um, about what we should do, kind of asking really what we shouldn't do. And a lot of my clients have such a hard time practicing acceptance and practicing mindful acceptance and neutrality towards their symptoms. And, a lot of what I talk about is, you have to calm your nervous system down by making it be at peace with the present moment the way it is, so that you can show yourself that there is no reason to be in that dissociation response or in your fight or flight response. And so that's why acceptance is so important. But I thought I'd take a different approach today and share with you guys a question. The question is, I'm sure you were watching this video, that you have watched a ton of videos in the past, that you've watched a lot of recovery channels, a lot of recovery stories, a lot of maybe other channels talking about the same thing. And I want to ask you guys this question. Have you ever heard someone talk about their recovery and say, I recovered because every time I felt DPDR, I started panicking. Every time I had a symptom of fear, I started talking down on myself and saying, I'm never going to get out of this. And that just made me feel so much better. I have like someone saying, here's how you should recover from DPDR and anxiety. First step, panic every time you feel dissociated. Second step, make sure to really worry about the fact that you might have this for the rest of your life, because that's for sure going to make sure that that will not happen. Third step, don't leave your house, stay inside, go on Reddit, read all the negative comments of people talking about their worst possible experiences. That's exactly how I recovered from DPDR. I want you to think about that for a second, because funnily enough, as you might be laughing or might be thinking, yeah, well, of course I haven't heard anyone talk about it like that. That is what 99% of people do when they first start struggling and trying to recover, is everything you end up doing is very counterproductive in your recovery journey. And I wanted to kind of share this insight with you, because very often what we think we do that is productive and what we're actually doing is not the same thing. We might think that we are doing the right things, that we are practicing acceptance, but then again, still, every time it comes up, or every time we have a symptom, or every time we feel anxious, we start panicking, we start like creating doom scenarios and dread scenarios about the future. I'm never going to recover. I'm never going to get better. My life's going to be shitty. I'm going to be one of those people that will never recover. Just imagine someone saying, I recovered because I told myself I was never going to get out of that, and that I would be stuck with this forever, and that I will never be happy again, and that I am the 1% that never recovered. And that just made me feel so much better that my nervous system decided to calm down. And then I was recovered. Like, you've never heard someone say that before, because it doesn't work that way. I understand where the urge comes from to panic or to worry or to create dread scenarios or to go online and compare yourself. Of course, I understand because it is a tricky thing to struggle with. But very often in your recovery, you have to replace what is most natural to do with what is most productive to do. And every time someone is sharing their recovery story or sharing their own experience, they are sharing what was most helpful for getting them out of that and what was most helpful in relaxing their nervous system again, not what felt the most effortless to do. The most effortless thing is to panic. Absolutely. Absolutely, it is to panic and to worry and to create doom scenarios about the future. But no one has ever shared their recovery tips with you based on what they felt like doing the most in the situation. They share what they realized they had to do that was most helpful to improve how they were feeling. So the action that you're going to take to feel better is not what is most instinctively for you to do. If that was actually what would get you better, everyone would be sharing, "Oh, you just have to panic uh, and worry all the time, and it will be better," because that is what is in our instinct to do. So, what I want to share with you as a message in this video is that very often what we need the most is what we less feel like doing, or what is less natural to us, especially when we are in a fearful state. If you want to recover from an addiction, you don't want to do what you want to do because then you'll just end up feeding the addiction. You want to do what you most not want to do. And that's what actually breaks you in the pattern of addiction to a pattern of recovery. And so it's the same with anxiety. You're addicted to needing control, you're addicted to needing reassurance, and feeding that addiction is not going to get you better. You have to do what you least want to do. So next time you are panicking or you are worrying or you are spiraling or you are doom thinking or on Reddit in the negative comment section, just ask yourself, have I ever seen anyone talk about recovering because they were doing what I was doing? And then realize no. And then realize I'm doing this because it feels most natural. But Robin said what you want to do is usually what you should not do when you're most anxious. So take this information with you, uh, remember it, and I really believe that everyone that is watching has a capacity to share their own recovery story one day. Um, so that's why I'm helping you guys get there, because I want to hear all of you share those stories with me and with the world. So thank you guys for watching today. I hope you have a lovely weekend. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. I might not do a video next week because I'm taking some free time as well to rest a little, but maybe I will make a video if I can't miss you guys. So thank you again for watching, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Bye.